Hello everybody and welcome back to the old stream farm. So first of all what we're doing is just taking the case tractor away from the grass field which we were working in last time when I did the crazy bale stacking. Very crazy. We're going to take it back to the farm. I don't think it's going to be used today. So let's just head down here, mind the pedestrian as usual. That's very close. She is now crossing. Right, so just down here, there's our many sheep. There is an issue with these sheep, I don't know what it is. Basically we've got quite a few of them, 120 to be precise, but I don't seem to be getting any wool out of it. Very strange. I don't really know the reasons behind it, but yeah, the wool isn't going up. Very concerning. That's the only reason why I've got them, for the wool, so I don't know. Anyway, today we are going to be doing a different job. We've actually got a lot of harvesting to do, so we probably should do that as well. But at the same time, it may be worth doing the baling. So have a baler following the combine. It could work. We'll have to see. But first things first, let me just take off this front loader. We don't need it today. There we go. So yeah, maybe this tractor can be used, I'm not too sure. It depends what's best for the baler. Would you look at that? A hedge cutter. It's a shame we can't use it. Where is this anyway? It seems to be on a roof of a building. Oh, it's on top of the steps next to the silage pit. Up here. Or up here. Somewhere. Where was it? That's so weird. Back here. Yes, that's more like it. Here it is. We can pick it up, but we can't use it. Maybe they're objects for holding down the cover when the pit is full. We've run out of wheels, so we have to just use an extension cord, a wheel, and an old hedge trimmer. I love the idea. Bit of improvising. Right, so yeah, let's just get the combine started up. I think we can do a bit today. I would like to have the baler following us, like I say, so yeah, let's just give it a go. Because of the nature of this combine, the width of it especially, it is going to make it quite tricky to bale straight away. But it is definitely worth a go. We can't attach it to the combine, that would be ridiculous. But you can attach it to the big combines in places like America, Australia. I believe it is done there. That's what I've been told. So yeah, let's just go up here. I think it's a canola field we have to do. Whoa, that's close. Almost crashed. We've done a fair bit of combining recently, so we're not going to do too much. We'll probably just start off and then hold off until next time. I would also like to do a bit of contracting. Now because we've put a lot of effort into this field, there is a very high productivity rate on it, so it should be very good. I think the best thing to do, just because of the size of the field, the shape of the field, if we go straight up here and sort of split it in half, that'll make the job much easier. So despite it being fertilised, the rate that it's filling up at is still slow. This is mainly because it is canola and also the header is very small, so the two things together just mean you don't get much out of it. But in theory, there should be quite a bit of money out of it. Not that we're struggling, we're actually doing okay. It turns out, because of the type of crop, we can't even bale. Such a shame. We're just sort of testing the water, if you know what I mean. We're not going to do the whole lot, just this bit here. I think a fun thing to do would be probably slurry spreading, because yeah, it's going to be a contracting job. But if we can really work on a field, what we could do is just focus on one field and then buy it eventually. That is the best way of doing it, and it is actually quite surprising that this map has the contracting built in, because the fields are quite unusual in shape. I don't know if it's implemented into every field, but there is definitely some. The good thing is, because the fields are so small, they're not really worth too much, so they are affordable. Looking good. Okay, let's go into a headland. We need a bit more turning space here. Now you'll probably notice that the crop which is being fed through the header is actually a different colour to the rest of it. That's because the crop in the map has actually been adjusted, the textures have been changed. I believe it is possible to change the textures on the header, but because this is the standard crop type, crop colour, it just doesn't seem to match. I wouldn't have thought it would take more than just a transfer of some files. If we transferred the texture files from the map to the header on the combine, that would probably fix this issue, but it doesn't really matter anyway. It just looks a little bit strange. Weirdly, there is some crop over there. That is so strange. It must be when I was planting it. Somehow it's managed to find some bare soil and it's actually planted into the grass field. How strange. Right, so just this part of the field, and then we're going to pass back down again, maybe twice, and then of course we'll clean up the bit over there, and then unload, probably sell what we've got. Like I say, this is a very short-lived job. I'm just giving it a go, seeing if it's ready. It does seem to be. It's good humidity and moisture. If only we could see things like that, that would be nice. There was the soil mod in FS15, which added a lot of realism. Hopefully that is going to be brought back in 17. But it would take a lot of implementing. It was a very advanced mod, and of course I failed quite miserably when playing with it because, yeah, it was pretty tough. But I would love to give it a go again on FS17. And probably just have it on one map, because then it's much easier to do. Focus on one map instead of a few. So I'm sure you can appreciate what we've got out of this field. This has only been a very small section, and we've still managed to get 2,640 litres roughly out of it. Let's round it up to about 2,700. That is good, I would say, because we didn't plough first, so we've immediately lost 10% there. But we did fertilise, so that has boosted it. I don't know if it had 3 fertilising stages, it could have just been 2, so we might have again been missing out on about 30%. So we could be 40% less productive than what we could have been. That is not a bad value to have. Very pleased. And of course we've got a bit of a bonus here. It isn't even within the field boundaries. The rest of it can be completed next time. There is no rush at all. There we go. So all we have to do is unload into a tractor, or a trailer actually. You better not unload into the tractor. That could be quite messy and fairly painful for the person driving. So let's go and find a trailer. We do have 2 trailers, I believe, but one of them is full of straw. It's sort of given to you, so it's a head start for when you get your first animals. But we do have another trailer, I think. I'm sure we do. Have to mind the hens. Yeah, where did I put it? It's somewhere close. Oh, I've lost it. I've lost my trailer. I parked this here. I put the auger out ready. I'm anticipating that I haven't lost it. Hopefully we do find it. Good. Of course we could just tip it on the ground. There it is. But that would not be a wise idea. We'll use the case tractor. Oh no, I left the engine running. Bad habit to get into. Right. Okay, let's just hitch up. Oh, chickens! They keep going underneath the wheels. They've got an obsession. Okay. So straight over to the sell point with this. Hopefully there is a good price on it at the moment. Possibly even a great demand. I don't know if it is a great demand. I doubt it. But it's definitely worth a go. Let's just see. This one here. Pretty good. £1,131 per 1,000 litres. So we're looking at maybe £4,000 if we're lucky here. How much did you Oh, we ended up with 2,744. All of these figures. Mind-boggling. How weird. I jumped into the combine and got into the tractor. Right. So, let's just put us away again. It was fun while it lasted. Yeah, my main job for today was to do contracting anyway. There is a farmer which desperately needs some work done. Right, off we go. So it is the grain place we're heading to. That is at the bottom of the map. In fact, it's where we went to before with the crazy straw stack. Crazy haystack. In fact, that tractor and trailer is probably still down there. We can bring it back on the way back using follow me. Put the beacons on just to warn everybody that we're the hazards on the road. I think the best thing to do is just to continue down here. Basically keep going until we get there, because it is right at the bottom. Oh, cars. These things are crazy. Get out of the way, road hog. Terrible drivers. Right, okay, so it is just on the left here. Let's make sure I get the right place. I think it's the second yard. Yeah, because there is our tractor. This is the grain sell points here. We have to weigh ourselves on the way in. We weigh just over 10 tons. Which isn't too much really. Which way up here? I believe so. Right. Prepare to be amazed by some incredible profits. I guessed at 4,000. Okay, my maths is atrocious. 3,106. Unless of course we lost some on the way. Quite likely. So we weighed 10 tons on the way in, just over. Is there a weigh bridge here? Yes, there is a digital display. We're just 9.2 tons, so we didn't even have a ton. Ridiculous. Right, okay, there is a tractor here which needs to be taken back. We will go on this side of the road, of course. We'll set it off on follow me. It's a good tractor this, and also a very good trailer. It's a nice setup to have. I would love to have this setup again on a different map. There we go. We're in convoy. I love the amount of water on here. Obviously, it is inevitable there is going to be a lot of water on here, since it is called the old stream farm, so it's full of streams. But the way it's done is perfect. It's just like the water in Sosnovka on that map. In fact, they could have transferred it to every map. It was a gold edition thing for FS15, but I think it is standard now in 17. It just looks so good. All of the reeds and the bulrushes and all those kind of things. Here are our sheep. Happy sheep. So what we're going to do is just park up and then immediately go over to a field of our choice, work on it really hard, and then hopefully by the end of it, buy that field. It's a good way of doing it. And of course, because we've now got just over £3,000 more, oh yes, it's going to give us a good little kicker in the right way to be able to buy a slightly more expensive field. Those £3,000 could go a very long way. Actually, in Farming Simulator, £3,000 is nothing. It's really bad. Right, okay, so I think, yeah, if the John Deere stays there, get it to pull forwards a little bit more. Okay, it's got stuck. Right, you stay there, John Deere, and we will go just straight into here, I suppose. Because we're doing contracting, we don't have to have any of our own equipment, which is good in a way. It's just, we may have to use somebody else's old clapped out thing. We'll try and choose the best vehicle. So here we go. This is the overview. We don't want to go for a field which is totally out of reach. We have to actually be able to afford it loosely. Like field 14 or maybe field 7. Field 7 is actually probably quite a good one to go for because I haven't really been up at this end of the map before. How much is it worth? 60,000, so we can actually afford it now. But unfortunately, the job is harvesting and I didn't really want to do any more harvesting. So let's just see what's in field 14. That's more like it. A bit of fertilizing. And this is quite a nice field. So if I just keep clicking, we can choose any tractor of our choice. It does change every time, but I won't make you feel sick by doing this. I'll just do off screen. I was hoping it was going to give me one of my mod tractors, but it hasn't done, so we're going to have to just go with the Fent. But the Fent is a good tractor. Oh, wow, that is ugly. Yeah, it's a good tractor. Just not on road crop tyres, it looks horrible. But it's not about what it looks like, it's about how it performs. That gave me quite a fright. We've also got the smallest spreader, but I suppose that's okay because this is probably the smallest field. Did that just destroy the crop? Oh no, the weight is destroying the crop. Yes, that's more like it. So I've got to get used to the working width. It is going to be very, very small. So come on. Oh no, PTO. Oh yeah. Yep, you can see that we have not really had too much experience on a farm before. Off we go. Yes, that is okay actually. I was expecting the working width to be a little bit less. But having said that, we've been given just over 3 minutes and I've already wasted a minute of that, I think. Messing about with the front weight and also having to attach the PTO shaft. We're going to have to be very quick, otherwise we're not going to get much money out of this. But we will in turn be dropping the price of the field because the farmer will like us more, which means we'll get a discount, which is nice to have. But you don't really get much land for your money anyway, so yes, we really do need to put a lot of effort into here. They have to like us a lot. I don't know if the like bar goes up faster if you do it quicker, or if it is just a set amount per job. I'd imagine it is a set amount, but I'm not too sure. Right, we can't be too neat about it, because otherwise we're going to waste time. Perfect. So it should take the job before we get to the end, because we haven't missed anything anywhere else. Oh, it's gone red. We only have 2 minutes left. There we go. We did it okay. Not bad money, really. Better than our harvest. Well, per minute it was. Next, there is nothing. It is still growing. Which means we can have a power nap. I just awoke from my power nap to discover the most obedient trees in the entire world. These trees are so intelligent, they actually move out of the way for you. Honestly, you did hear me say that. They move out of the way for you. Are you ready? Look at them move. They're actually rotating out of the way so we don't have to walk into them. Isn't that clever? And then if we stop, they stop rotating. Genius! Okay, the next job is now here for us. It's a bit of fertilizing. Are you ready? Off we go. Let's do some fertilizing with the Fent. It does seem a little bit soon, but there you go. Our power nap really was quite powerful. Maybe this time I can do it quicker. Ooh, clipping the thing. And this time I won't forget the PTO shaft. Off we go. For the second time. I don't know if there'll be a third time. There could be. You see, we're doing everything properly, which means it does need to be fertilised at every stage. Yep, I think we are going to get it done quicker. We had about 1 minute 57 left before. It's going to be close, but I haven't been messing about so much with the PTO. Just finish off. Oh no, there's a bit over there, which I've missed. It's going to be about 5 seconds quicker. It actually was. 5 seconds quicker exactly. Worth every penny. Thank you very much. It's time to have another power nap. You'll probably be interested to hear that this field is actually £37,000 currently. With every job we do to it, the price is going to decrease. Is it worth 37,000? I suppose it is. Prime agricultural land. Worth every penny, as our farmer said. What was his name? James something? Yeah, James Harris. No job yet though. Ah! The wool pallet is now filling up. It probably just takes time. So we have 54% of a full... Would that be a pallet or an entire... I'm not too sure. That could be per pallet or per area. Oh, it's just updated. This time we get to do some spraying, but not with the Hurleyman. The Hurleyman's a good tractor, it's just, it seems a bit small. Oh no, not the spreader again. Okay, we are gonna use the Hurleyman. Oh well. It does seem a bit small though. I'm surprised. No, it's not even close enough. There we go. And now for this. It is actually a very wide spread, so I'm surprised it's giving us 4.5 minutes. Does seem a long time. Probably because it takes about 30 seconds just to unfold it. Okay, here goes. Interesting. Oh no! I've actually forgotten the PTO again. I can't believe it. That is just embarrassingly bad. Still, this is wider than the spreader, so I'm surprised it is giving us this amount of time. I suppose it is just taking into account the unfolding time. It does take a little while to do. I do like using the small equipment. I am surprised about how well this Hurleyman is taking this setup. It does look a bit too big for it. But clearly, no issues at all. I think what I should do is download some other smaller mods, and then the contracting system should pick them up. We should then be able to use them in the contracting job, so it wouldn't be a tractor necessarily that we'd have on the farm ourselves, but it is a tractor which we'll be able to use when we contract. I don't know if there has to be a specific thing put into the files of a particular tractor for it to show up, because I'm sure not all of my tractors are showing up in this system. But I don't know. I really don't know. Just quite a good idea. Of course, some smaller, older Massey Fergusons would be very nice, but I don't know how well that would go down with all of my viewers. Obviously, there are a lot of Massey Ferguson fans, but not everybody. Just a tiny bit left here, and then we'll be done. In fact, I think after that, it is actually going to be the harvest. We're going to buy the field just before the harvest. That way we benefit from it really well. It was 37 before, it's now 36,514. Very good. Okay, so let's keep waiting. We have fertilised it 3 times now, so there won't be another one. The next thing is going to be harvesting. So in fact, yeah, we might as well just buy it. We'll buy it now. It's never going to be cheaper unless we do some work for James Harris in another field. All we'd have to do is make sure we can find his fields. 1 second. Okay, so he does own field number 12. It needs to be harvested. Not a massive job. Also, possibly 13. He might own all the fields down here. Yes, that is a... What's this? Harvesting sugar beet, is it? I think. Or it could be potatoes. I always get so mixed up. Yeah, this sugar beet field here. That's what it is. Again, though, it's quite a long job to do. So maybe if we do just harvest field 12. What about field 2? Hang on. There is a bit of a trend here. James Harris owns every field. What about field 7? James Harris owns it. This is strange. He must own everything. No, wait. Victor Robinson. He owns something as well. Yes, James Harris didn't take everything. There is something left for him. I would do this, but I know that sprayer destroys the crops quite a bit. so it's probably not worth it. Here's a good one potentially. A very large cornfield. We could harvest it with the axial flow. It reckons it's going to take 25 minutes. I don't think it will do. I really don't think it will do. Keep going. Come on. Keep moving. And you. We've got a field to cut. Right, off we go. I really don't know how big this field is. It's very hard to tell. Yes, it goes around the side there. It isn't huge, but it isn't small. That's why I've got quite a big combine. So it's given us 25 minutes. Usually it's about half of that time. So in theory, it's probably going to take 12, 13 minutes, that kind of thing. These trees are very low. The risk of damaging the combine. Yeah, it isn't big. In fact, you can see on the minimap, technically it looks like it should be split into two fields. But it is connected. This must have been very hard to do in the to make it contracting enabled. Must have been very difficult. Look how low these trees are. You know what, I don't think we're even going to get underneath here. That's going to be very hard. Whoa. That is close. There's a tree there. Whoa. This is a risky field. It will become much easier though. Keep at it and then we'll be able to hopefully make a fair bit of money, and also we're going to be pushing our like bar up, which means the other field is going to be reduced in price again. The price is still fairly high, but the more work we do, the better. Maybe we shouldn't buy it just yet. Maybe we should actually max out the like bar. Never done it before, I don't think, so this could be the first time to do it. There's a first for everything. So that is quarter of the way. Yeah, it is very, very hard to sort of get your head around the shape of the field. Very unusual, but I like that. It makes it very unique. I should think there would be a lot of people who would rip these trees out and then just join it together. It just doesn't look as nice, but it is more practical. We're going to do this side first, then we're going to go back into that side and finish off. I can't really see the point in going back around the headlands of that, messing things up. So we'll just sort of split the field here. Right, it's about a third done. We're over halfway. Going well. 25 minutes was definitely too long, but that means that we're going to get it done in a very impressive length of time. We mustn't get too overconfident though, because yeah, there's still going to be, well, hopefully 10 minutes left. Things could slow down when we get to the next part of the field. I suppose another good thing to do is to get another mod combine. Then we could potentially use it in contracting as well. Also, I had a few comments last week, because last week's video was short, I know. The reason behind it is because, well, I messed up so much with that stacking. I wasn't really in the mood to continue. It was pretty bad, but it worked. So yeah, this is sort of making up for last week's video, because it was so short, and we only do this farm once a week. So yeah, ideally each episode should be at least 30 minutes. That is the initial plan. It's just sometimes it does not go to plan, like last week, and yeah, things mess up quite badly. But this week has certainly been better. Making some money, also earning reputation with the local farmers. Oh, look at that, that is so frustrating. It's a good job we're coming back down again. If we were already coming back down, we'd have to go back up to come back down again. So yeah, that could have worked out very badly. Getting full. It never actually fills up though, which is a shame. Okay, So this end bit has been completed. We can now go back into the first section of the field. Hopefully this is going to be the right width. Come on. No, it's not going to be. Tiny bit too narrow. Oh, autosave. And yeah, this is a fairly small section, so 5 minutes I'd put on this, hopefully. Then we'll have 10 minutes to spare before the end, which should give us a fairly good time bonus. Of course, I'm still forgetting about the leeway. We don't have to do everything, which means it's almost finished. We don't have to go back for the tiny bit there, which is a shame, but it would be counterproductive to do that, amazingly. So, I would say, by the time we get to the end of here, it is in fact going to accept our job. The farmer is going to look at this unfinished field and say, oh yeah, that's great, thank you so much, here's your money. And yes, in fact there will be a small section of the field not even harvested, but yeah, honestly I know the reasons behind it. The reason behind it is because if it's a huge field, it can be quite easy to miss bits. It's just sort of, yeah, it's giving you a leeway, so it's a good idea. So there we go. Very good money, very good indeed. We now have £85,000. Wow, the next job is slurrying. We won't do that today, but yeah, let's just go back over to field number 14 and see exactly what it's worth. 35,000. We're almost dropping £1,000 off every time when we do a job, and we're only halfway up his like bar. We have got a long way to go, but it's definitely improving. Anyway, that is going to be it for today. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Also, please leave some suggestions for next time if you want to. And until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now. Before I go, there is one more thing to do, of course. We need to announce the second winner of the Farming Simulator 17 Coon DLC. So here we go. Pick a winner. And the lucky winner this time is... It usually takes a very long time to actually go through. But it is... I think this is just added suspense. I think we just have to sit here for a selected period of time. Oh wow, that is a very good username. It is 6321E13RTGIKJB. You've just won a copy of the Coon DLC, and you said you're a good YouTuber. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoy your giveaway. Of course, for anybody who didn't win, there is still a chance for you to enter. Go to Sandy Bay episode 3 and you'll be able to enter the giveaway there. All you have to do is subscribe, turn on your notifications, and also enter a comment below.